Hello and welcome to Elemental Yoga. Today we're going to be doing the water element, which is associated with the kidney and bladder meridians. So find your seat. We'll start with just a little meditation to tune into the body. Close your eyes, feet flat on the floor. Try to find a straight spine. So move around till you feel like your hips, shoulders, ears are kind of aligned. And the energy is lifting through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in through the mouth or through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, fill the chest, rib cage, and belly. Exhale through the mouth. One last deep inhale. And gently out through the mouth. And then just breathing through the nose normally. Scan your body for any areas of tension or holding. And see what you can soften. See what you can let go of so you can be here in your practice. See what you can release to make the spine feel lighter, straighter. And make the breathing easier. And quiet the mind. Letting any thoughts settle. Just be here in your body. So for the water element, imagining a body of water that calls to you. What's your favorite water place? It could be a beach, a waterfall, shower. Just find your way to that happy place where you feel really connected with water. And just kind of let the feeling of being there surround you, fill you. And turning on the ujjayi breath, start to create a sound in the back of the throat as you inhale. You kind of squeeze lightly the back of the throat. So you create a whispering sound. And then as you exhale, a little more engagement in the belly, a little more pressure. And you keep that whispering sound. And you'll notice that sounds a lot like water. And you'll notice a little energy. It takes a little more effort to breathe this way. So it builds up some heat in the body. and also a good way to move energy. If you have any trouble getting this kind of feeling in the breath, you can also imagine like you're fogging up a bathroom mirror with your breath, but doing that with your mouth closed. And then we'll start with the hands on the knees and keep this ujjayi breath as you inhale, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly back, round the shoulders forward, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, lift the nose. Exhale, follow the breath. Imagine a wave of water going through the spine, moving up and down. And then come back to center. So we move the spine kind of forward and back. Now we're going to twist the spine side to side. So take your left hand to the right knee and inhale, pull the right shoulder back. Maybe reach the right hand on the chair or bench behind you. As you exhale, put the right hand over the left to the opposite knee. Yep, look forward. Inhale, lift the hands up. So this is called the eagle arms. Lift the elbows up, trying to interlace the hand. Exhale, lower. Place the right hand on the left knee, and then the left hand comes behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand back and across. Inhale, bring the hands up. Lift the elbows, eagle arms, feel the stretch on the back of the shoulders. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, right hand behind you. Lift the chest, look back. Exhale, cross the arms. Inhale, lift, eagle arms. Exhale, bring the right hand to the knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, twist. Exhale, arms cross. Inhale, eagle. Now stay in eagle. Exhale, bring the elbows to the belly button, chin to chest, round the spine. Press the hands away from the forehead. Inhale, lift the elbows. Hands can come towards forehead. Exhale, just like cat cow, just stretching more in the shoulders, elbows towards the belly button. Press the hands away from the face. One more, inhale, lift, elbows lift, and exhale, round. Good. And release. And you may want to shake it out a little bit. So we're going to trace the kidney and the bladder meridians. So they're the two meridians associated with the water element. The kidney starts at the bottom of the foot, just under the big toe mound, kind of in the center. And kidney 1, that's the point for kidney 1. It travels up to the inside back of the ankle, up the inside of the leg, all the way up through the belly, and then stops here at the collarbone. And so kidney is known as the fountain of energy for the body. So if you're feeling low energy or need a little boost, I always say to rub the top of the kidney meridian, which is kidney 27, as a way to like draw the energy up the kidney meridian. And I say it's my energetic espresso shot. So you can rub that now if you want, just to kind of bring the energy up the kidney meridian. Imagine that energy from the earth coming up through the feet and all the way up to here. So it's like the fountain of energy in the body. And it wakes you up and also activates the ability for your brain to think clearly, as we know in Touch for Health. So let's just trace the meridian now. So go down to the feet, touch the bottoms of the feet, and then trace slowly up through the back of the ankles, up the inside of the leg, all the way up and to either side of the belly, and then up to those kidney points just under the collarbones. And we'll do that 2 more times, bringing energy up from the earth. That water that sustains us and brings life, right? And now we'll do the bladder meridian. So the bladder starts at the inside corner of the eyes. And if you rub these points here in the inside corner of the eyes, in Qigong, I've learned this is associated with like clearing the head and clearing the mind. And so you can cross your opposite arm over and rest the elbow and hold the inside corner of the eyes and just kind of lean into it. And it's supposed to kind of brighten your eyes, brighten how you see things. So just bringing a little pressure here. And it's like letting go of the fog of the brain. So bladder, we'll trace the meridian now, it goes from these inside corners of the eyes up through the eyebrow corners, up over the hairline, back of the head. And then there's 2 lines down the back, so you can make a U with your hands and pull down on either side of the spine. And then maybe lift your tush and slide back over behind you and slide down the backs of the legs. So the bladder goes all the way down, backs of the legs, and then out the outside ankle to the baby toe. So the bladder meridian ends right there. 2 more. Up and over and down, all the way. And we're just tracing it. You can touch the body or not touch the body when you trace it. You can also kind of like kind of massage the meridian. So you can rub all the way down, and when you get to the hips, you can kind of tap down the backs of the legs, and then all the way to the toes. So there's many ways to trace the meridian. Let's just stretch the back of the legs now because it's so important for the bladder meridian. So bring your left foot forward, flex the foot up, and heel on the floor, hand on the opposite knee. And you're going to point and flex the toe and circle the ankle around. And then bringing the toes up, imagine shining that kidney 1 point forward. Lift through the chest, lift the kidney 27s, and then hinge forward. And you'll feel that nice stretch on the back of the bladder meridian. If you don't feel a stretch on the back of the legs, you may need to lift the chest a little more and straighten the back. And also, you can slightly turn your toes in or out if that helps you find the stretch that works better for you. So you can just a little in or out with the big toe. And just breathe down into the back of the leg. Imagine your lungs can expand all the way into the hamstrings. And then come on back up and just give your knee a little hug, circle the foot around. And release. And we'll do the other side. So the right heel comes forward, hands on the left side, point and flex the foot. And draw the toes up, lift the chest up, hinge forward, and make any little minor adjustments to the angle of your torso, to the angle of the toes. Let's find the stretch that works for your body. Come on up, draw the knee into the chest, circle the foot around. And we're going to do a little quick upper trapezius stretch because that's part of the kidney meridian. So if you bring your right ear to the right shoulder and lift the shoulder to the ear, to kind of activate the upper trapezius muscle there. And you can do it the other side, left ear to left shoulder, and you can feel that muscle, the back of the shoulder, top, bottom of the neck. So we're going to take the right hand behind us and grab the fingertips with the left hand and just kind of pull the hand over to the opposite hip. And then we'll lean the left ear towards the left shoulder. And just kind of feel that upper trapezius muscle stretching. And if you bring your nose slightly down, you can deepen that stretch. And then release the hands and press the face back up to center. Take a moment just to kind of feel the difference between the sides. And we'll do the other side. So the left hand slides behind you, right hand grabs and pins it over. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. And chin can slightly come forward and down if that feels like it deepens the stretch for you. And the upper trapezius. And then release and press the face back up. Good. And take your seat away. We'll come to the standing part of our practice. And the kidney also has the psoas. So we'll just activate the psoas muscle. You'll take your right leg forward and out slightly, turn the toes out, and then swing it back and forth. And that's activating a muscle that goes all the way from the kind of kidney area all the way down into the leg. So this is a really long muscle connecting upper and lower body. And you can do the other side. Turn the toes out, open the leg out slightly, and kind of swing back and forth. And so we're going to stretch the psoas with coming into warrior one. So standing head on, you're going to step your right foot back and your hips and shoulders are in alignment. And now that right foot angle out slightly. So if you look down at the right foot, it should be at about 2 o'clock or so, pointing out to like 1 or 2 o'clock. Then bend into the left knee and bend into the knee till it just goes above the ankle. So not any further than that. And I'll go at an angle so you can see me. And you'll feel this stretch. This is a good deep psoas stretch. If you want, you can kind of slide your feet wider to get a deeper stretch. And then we're going to bring the arms up alongside the ears and spin the pinky fingers in so you feel the shoulders drop down. Press into your back heel really strong and let that help lift the chest. So you can feel that lift from kidney 1 all the way up through the kidney 27s, right? Energizing, enlivening, and strengthening. And then bend the elbows out to the side and lift the chest. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands back up. One more time, inhale. Elbows out, lift the chest, lean back. Exhale, come on up. Hands to the heart, and we'll step forward. Inhale, swing the arms up and overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Sweep the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, fold. One more flat back, inhale, hands up the shins, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. And then we'll rise up. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. And then hands to the hips. Step the left foot back as far back as you can, hips shine forward. Bend the right knee. And look down at the back toes. They're pointing at about 10 o'clock or so. Keep the hips shining forward, same direction as the shoulders. And then lift the arms up high. Root down into that back heel and feel that lift through the chest. Draw the pinky fingers in towards each other to relax the upper trapezius muscle. Good. I want you to bring your left hip a little forward, like pull it in a little bit. Yeah. And then inhale, drop the elbows, lift the chest. Exhale, come on back up. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to your heart and step forward. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, stretch the front body. Yep, exhale, fold. And then rise up, inhale, arms open, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. So I just want to do a little experiment and check the psoas again. So toes out, leg out at an angle, and just kind of see if you have any more, I don't know, room in the psoas, room. See if it feels any different. Good. And now we're going to get into the bladder meridian a bit. So widen the feet just a little wider than hip width. Bend the knees. We're going to sit down and we're going to lay the belly over the tops of the thighs and then let the head hang down. And you can keep your hands on your knees or you can let your arms drop forward and grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. So as you can see, my knees are bent quite a bit so that my belly can connect to the legs. You really want to let your torso, the weight of the torso be held by the legs. And then you want to slowly rock back and forth on the feet. Find your feet, find the stability. And then you're going to start to gently lift your hips very, very slowly. You may want to sway side to side while you do this, making room. But we're letting what's called ragdoll or waterfall pose. We're just letting the whole spine release. So that bladder meridian down the back. Just letting go, tension. As you lift your hips, really try to keep the belly connected. And then release the arms. And we're just going to slowly come up. And you can continue swaying side to side. Hands heavy, drippy. Just like a figure 8 with the hands as you come up. And then arms reach up high. And hands to heart. And we're going to come into the bladder meridian muscle. The muscle associated with the meridian is sacrospinalis. So bring the backs of your wrists to the backs of your hip bones. And we're going to look over the right shoulder and kind of lean back and pull the right elbow back. And you're activating that muscle along the spine, sacrospinalis. You come back to center. And then look over the left shoulder, kind of lean back, draw the left elbow back. You can just do that a couple times on either side. After a deep forward fold, this will feel pretty good. Good. And then coming to a little qigong. So feet wide, knees soft, arms by your side. And what we're going to do is just gently swing side to side, letting the hands hit the hips, hip and low back. So you're kind of tapping the kidney and the back. And if you want, you can kind of move the feet, getting a little more into it, or you can keep them where they are. So bending down and kind of lifting off the back heel as you, And then you can let the hands kind of swing and hit a little higher. So a little higher on the chest, to the mid back. And then a little higher, hit the tops and the backs of the shoulders, the upper trapezius. And then lower to the middle. Like a self massage. And lower. And slow it down. And just let the arms now be heavy. And when you come to stillness, you can close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Just kind of feel we're generating energy, we're moving energy. So let the breath meet that. Release anything you don't need. Fill the body. And bring the feet together. And rock back and forth on your feet to spread the feet wide. And bring the arms up overhead. Grab the left wrist with the right hand and lean on over to the right. So we're just gonna push the hips a little bit over to the left. And then press down into that left foot and reach up through the fingertips. You're pulling the left arm up and out of the body. And come on back up through center and switch hands. So you're grabbing the right wrist and leaning over to the left and pressing down into that right foot to really lengthen all the way down through the body. Inhale up and exhale, hands by your side. Lift the chest, palms forward. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, dive forward. Lift halfway. And fold. And then we'll rise up. Just washing it out with a half sun salutation. Hands to heart. And moving into tree pose, we're going to bend the right knee forward. Actually, this is bringing the right knee up into the chest. Squeeze it up. And then grab the ankle and see if you can bring the ankle to the upper thigh. I actually have a really hard time with this, especially wearing pants. So if your foot doesn't want to stay there, then you can put it down to the lower leg. Squeeze the thigh and the foot together, squeeze in through the hips, and then you can lift the arms up high. So we're doing tree pose as water feeds into the wood element. So using the energy that we generated, working with water to feed and grow this tree. And hands come to heart. Step down and grab the opposite knee. So bring your left knee up into the chest, give it a squeeze. And then if you can grab the ankle and bring the heel up into the groin and press the foot into the inner leg and see if it sticks. And then lifting the arms. And you can lift the gaze, find one point to focus on. And hands to heart. Bring the knee forward, step it down, march it out. And we're going to come back to our seat. And taking your seat, actually before we sit, sorry, I want to do a wide-legged forward fold. So spread your feet wide, hands on the hips. I feel like we need that after that tree pose. Hands on the hips, feet wide, toes pointing forward. Lift the chest and then hinging at the hips, lower halfway down. And bring your left hand onto the ground beneath the nose. Lift the right arm up to the sky. And then bring the right hand back down, place it where the left hand is. And then left hand up to the sky. Bring that hand back down. Let your head hang down. Walk your hands back in between the feet or grab the ankles. And then bending the elbows, let the crown of the head reach towards the floor. Root out into the feet to lift the hips. Use the pull of the arms to help draw the torso towards the legs. And then soften the knees and slowly make your way back up. Then we can come to a seat. That just needed to happen. So coming to your seat, sitting back in the chair, turning the palms up. Take a deep breath in, out through the mouth. Arriving back where you started. Coming back to that place, your favorite place in water. And Masaru Emoto, the Japanese scientist who photographed water, his group has a monthly meditation where they say the Ho'oponopono prayer to water. So we say, water, thank you. Water, please forgive me. Water, I'm sorry. And water, I love you. It's a worldwide meditation that happens on the 11th of every month at noon. And we meditate to the spirit of water, saying, thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, which is a Hawaiian prayer. So maybe repeating that in your head. And you can elaborate. You could say, water, thank you for bringing life, or whatever you want to thank it for. You could say, please forgive me for ever harming you, or add what you want to each of those phrases. So you can spend a little time on each one, thinking about what you'd say to water. Then bring your hands to your heart. And we'll close with one hum. Take a deep breath in. Thanks for joining today. See you next time. Bye.